Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic cloning vectors. And what are these vectors? These are the carrier molecules which are used in the recombinant DNA technology. And these vectors are the DNA molecules that carry foreign DNA and replicate inside the host cell. In recombinant DNA technology, the foreign DNA fragment is cut or spliced and ligated with the cloning vector or vehicle that we called it as a carrier DNA molecule. These may be plasmid, phages or bacteriophages or cosmids or yeast artificial chromosome or expression vectors. The desired DNA or gene and vector DNA is ligated together to form the recombinant DNA molecule. In the medical sense, the vector is an organism that transmits a pathogen from one host to another. Example is the mosquito. That mosquito is a vector for the malarial parasite, as it transmits the plasmodium from one person to another. But in molecular biology, a vector is a carrier DNA molecule that is used to carry the foreign DNA into the what? Host cell. And vectors or cloning vehicles used in genetic engineering that includes plasmids, then bacteriophages, cosmids, yeast artificial chromosome, map, etc. The choice of vector it depends upon the many factors and the size of insert DNA molecule to be cloned. For a DNA molecule to act as a cloning vehicle, it must having the certain properties. Now we'll discuss what are the ideal properties of the cloning vectors. These cloning vectors must have the low molecular weight and should be relatively small. Then the ideal size of this vector should be less than the 10 kb or up to the 10 kb. Then it must have a unique cleavage site for restriction endonuclease at a single point. Means at single point it must having the cleavage site or restriction endonuclease site, and it must be able to replicate inside the host cell after the introduction. Means it must having ability to self replicate within the host cell, and it must contain gene which provide resistance to antibiotics, which helps in the what that we called it as a selectable marker sites, and this helps in the selection of transformed cells from the untransformed cells. Then these are the different types of vectors that we used in recombinant DNA technology. These are the plasmid vectors, bacteriophage vectors, virus vectors, the shuttle vectors, and what that is the yeast artificial chromosomes as a vectors. So various types of the vectors can be used in the recombinant DNA technology to what they carry the foreign DNA or desired DNA into the host cell. Then vectors used in molecular cloning. What are the vectors? The vectors used in molecular cloning, these are the plasmid. These may be isolated from bacteria and the host that are used, that is a bacteria and the yeast. Then bacteriophage lambda or phage lambda, then cosmid and the yeast artificial chromosome. These are the vectors. Then what are the characteristics of these vectors? See, these plasmids are small circular DNA and the size is up to the 5 to 10 kb or kilobase. And bacteriophage lambda or phage lambda, it is a linear viral DNA and insert size that may be up to the 10 kb. This is the what? The insert size means how much amount of the foreign DNA we can insert in the by the plasmid or with the help of up to 10 kb, 5 to 10 kb. Then in bacteriophage or by using bacteriophage up to 20 kb. Then cosmid. Cosmid is nothing but the plasmid having the cos site of the what the phage lambda, and it is a hybrid of plasmid and phage, and it can carry the DNA molecular foreign DNA up to the 50 kilobase. That is approximately 50 kilobase. And yeast artificial chromosome, that DNA containing yeast centromere, telomere, and origin of replication, and it can carry approximately 200 to 1000 kilobase of the what that is a foreign DNA. Now, what determines the choice of vector? How you have to choose the vector? These are the different types of the vectors that we have already discussed. Now, which vector you have to use in the recombinant? You can use any type according to your need. That is what these vector. If your insert size is what the less than 10 kb, you can use the plasmid. Then if you have to your insert size is 9 to 15 kb or up to 20 kb, you can use the bacteriophage. Then if your size or the molecular what desired gene or desired DNA is of what that is a 33 to 50 kb size, then cosmids can be used. Then if your size, the insert size is 100 to 1000 kb, then what each artificial chromosome means it depends on the what the insert size means what size of the foreign DNA you are introducing into the what host cell. Accordingly, you are choosing the what the vector molecule. Then this is the common procedure that we are discussing. Gene, this is a plasmid, and this is the antibiotic site or the this is the what restriction endonuclease site that is for the what this EcoR1, and this is the foreign DNA which is cleaved with the help of EcoR1. Now both the this EcoR1 and this vector molecule, it is cleaved with the same enzyme, and this molecule is called as a recombinant DNA. So this plasmid molecule or such a DNA which will ligated with the foreign DNA, that we called it as a vector molecule. In this case, this plasmid is a vector, and this molecule is a what? A recombinant DNA molecule, and recombinant DNA molecule now inserted into the host cell, and this is the what? Our chimeric molecule. So this plasmid is a what? The vector molecule. Then the size, just we have discussed the what that is a the what size of the DNA you have to use for the what this purpose. Then there are the certain molecules that we called it as a polylinkers, and these are the multiple cloning sequences containing the what recognition site for many restriction enzyme, and these are synthetic and inserted into the plasmid. And with the help of these polylinkers, we can use or insert the gene or any foreign gene with the what the plasmid. Means first of all, plasmid to the plasmid, these polylinkers are attached, and then you can add the what that is any desired gene. Then first we'll discuss the plasmid vectors. What are these plasmid vectors? These are circular. Then this is a circular double-stranded DNA. This is the circular DNA, that is the double-stranded DNA molecule that are separate from the A cell's chromosomal DNA. Means this plasmid is an extra chromosomal DNA which is a circular, and it is a supercoiled one. And these extra chromosomal DNAs which occur naturally in bacteria and in lower eukaryotic cell, example yeast, exist in a parasitic or symbiotic relationship with their host. The plasmid can replicate autonomously within the host, and they frequently carry genes conferring the antibiotic resistance to antibiotics such as tetracycline, ampicillin, and canacycline. Means this plasmid having the antibiotic resistant gene, they can self-replicate within the host body, and the expression of these marker genes can be used to distinguish between host cell that carry vectors and that do not. So these plasmids are the extra chromosomal autonomously replicating type of the DNA, and it is a double-stranded circular DNA, extra chromosomal DNA, which is present in the what the bacterial cell. This is the bacterial genome, and this is the extra chromosomal DNA that you can observe. That is, this is the plasmid, and it having the what antibiotic resistance site. Then it must having the what the site for the what this antibiotic resistance site. These are called as a selectable marker site. Then it must having the restriction endonuclease site for adding the what that is a foreign DNA, and it must having the origin of replication for the replication purpose. Then these plasmids are extra chromosomal double-stranded, usually circular, supercoiled DNA molecules. and these are present in many bacterial species, replicate and are inherited independently of the bacterial chromosome. They maintain the copy number in cell through an origin of replication. Means what is the copy number? Copy number is the total number of these plasmid within a single cell. Means this is what if the single plasmid is there within a cell, one cell, then it is a copy number 1. If 10, then the copy number equal to 10. Means how much number of the plasmid are present within a single cell, that we called it as a copy number. And usually have genes coding for enzymes that provide benefits for the host organism. Example, they are having the what antibiotic resistant site. Then what are the minimum requirement in a plasmid? The plasmid must having the what that is it should be of minimum size, that is a what small size and small molecular weights, and that is a manageable size must be there, and it must having this point, that is the origin of replication, so that it can autonomously replicate within the body of the host. Then it must having the antibiotic resistant site, that we called it as a selectable marker site, so that you can easily identify the which cell is transformed or not. And the third one, that is the restriction site for the cloning, where you can cut this. You have to cut this plasmid or splice this cut plasmid, and after that you have to add the foreign DNA here. So these three are the minimum things which we require in a plasmid. That is the origin of replication, then selectable marker site, that is antibiotic resistant site, and the what restriction site for the restriction site for cloning, or site for the restriction endonuclease. Then clonal plasmids and their stats. The plasmid commonly called as the PBR322. It having the origin of replication from the what that is a plasmid. It is a synthetically formed plasmid, and it having the origin of replication. It is derived from the PMB1, and its copy number is 15 to 20. Means 15 to 20 plasmids may be present within a what that is a single cell. Then PUC, that is modified from the what that is a PMB1, and this it having the again the replication origin of replication, it is from the what that is a PMB1, and copy number is much more high, that is 500 to 700 plasmids may be present within a single cell. Then PACYC, that is a replicon, or the origin of replication, it is derived from the P15A, and the copy number is 18 to 22. And the PSC101, and this replicon origin of replication PSC101, because it is a natural plasmid, and the copy number it is about the 5. So these are the common plasmids, and they are having the each and every plasmid must having the origin of replication, then it having the good copy number, then it must having the antibiotic resistant site, that is a selectable marker site, and it must having the recognition sequence, or it must having the what recognition site for the restriction endonuclease. Then the plasmid copy number. High copy number plasmids are workhouses of molecular cloning, used for almost all routine manipulation of small recombinant DNAs for genes that are lethal or unstable in high copy number plasmid, and for constructing bacterial artificial chromosome. This is another plasmid also that can propagate large, that is up to that 100 kb of the what recombinant DNA. So this plasmid DNA, or the plasmid copy number is very important for the what that is a genetic recombinant technology. Then ideal plasmid, it conforms radially selectable phenotypic trait, has a single site for many restriction enzymes, and must having the low molecular weight. And it must having the good copy number, high copy number, stability and transforming efficiency, can accept the larger pieces of DNA, and easier to handle, because the larger molecule are susceptible to break, or they can easily broken down, and so that the molecule should be having the low molecular weight and the small size, so that it may be easy to handle. Then the plasmids are small extra chromosome circular DNA, that we have already discussed, that found in the freely floating in the cytoplasm of the bacterial cell and a few eukaryotic species. Only known plasmid not made up of DNA is the yeast killer particle, which is double stranded RNA, and plasmid can lead an independent existence in the cell away from influence of the main chromosome gene. These plasmid genes are plasmid having the very few genes, usually 3 or 4 genes, and they are the genes often responsible for usable characteristics showed by the host bacterium. For example, plasmid carrying the antibiotic resistant gene that we have already discussed, so which confer the survival characteristic or beneficial characteristics on the bacterium. The antibiotic resistance genes are often used as a what the markers to ensure the survival of cells carrying the particular plasmid in bacterial culture. Then, for example, the plasmid RP4 carries the gene for resistance to antibiotic like the ampicillin, tetracycline, and the kanamycin. If E. coli cell containing RP4 and others without the plasmid are grown in a normal media, all cells will grow. But if growth media contain a toxic concentration of any of the what these antibiotic molecule like the ampicillin, tetracycline, or kanamycin, those cells will remain only that will having the antibiotic resistant gene, or those will survive that having the plasmid. Without plasmid they will not grow. In addition to antibiotic resistant gene, this plasmid may also contain gene for the DNA replicative enzyme, that is the what genes for origin of replication, and the what that is for the and the what the plasmid transfer. Then this is the RP4 plasmid. You can observe it having the what that is a few genes, and you can observe the 3 genes, that is the one is ampicillin resistant gene, the tetracycline resistant gene, and the kanamycin. These are the what our selectable marker sites. And when these RP4, these those are cells or the E. coli cells which are having the such plasmid can only grow on the what media having the antibiotic. This is the normal growth medium, and this normal growth medium, all E. coli cells will survive. But RP4 plasmid, those cells on this medium, those cells will develop only which having the what the RP4 plasmid. Why? Because it having the gene for the antibiotic, and you have added the what antibiotic in the what that is a medium or culture medium. Then plasmid size range from 1 kb to up to the 250 kb. But for using as a cloning vehicle, it is desirable that plasmid should have the size of less, that is beyond the 10 kb. Then the copy number, it is what the number of plasmid normally found in one bacterial cell, that is a copy number that we have already discussed. The what is the copy number, and in chart also the copy number of this PBR 322, that is a 15 to 20 PUC, highest that is about 500 to 700, and likewise. And therefore this copy number, it ranges from 1 to 100 or more than that, and it is a characteristics of particular plasmid. A high copy number is desirable for cloning purpose, and therefore, and on the other hand, transformation of the cell with a single high copy number plasmid resulting in repeated replication till the copy number is rare. So that is regarding the what that is another characteristics of the plasmid. Then the bacterial vector plasmids. These bacterial vector means these are nothing but the plasmids which are isolated from the bacteria. We are discussing the example of these plasmids, that is what the PSC, that are isolated from the bacteria. That is what the some bacterial plasmid used in genetic engineering. These are PSC 101, PSC 102, PAMP, PKAN, PBR 322, and derivatives and RP4. PSC 101 is a plasmid purified. It is naturally occurring purified from E. coli by the what Cohen and Cheng in 1972, and it has origin of replication, unique recognition site for the recognition enzyme EcoR1, and what it having the selectable marker site, that is a tetracycline resistant gene that allow for the selection. Then PSC 102, it carries an antibiotic resistant gene for the kanamycin resistance. Along with that, it having the what that is a site for the restriction enzyme and the origin of replication. Then PAMP and PK are ampicillin resistant and kanamycin resistant plasmid respectively, which are developed by the what Miklos and the Freyer for the what that is a laboratory work, and these also having the what the point of origin of replication. Then the next that plasmid, which is a synthetically prepared, that is a PBR 322, it is a popular cloning vector with many derivatives. P stands for plasmid, BR stands for Bolivar and Rodriguez, in whose laboratory it was developed, and 322 is the strain number. What is it? The P stands for plasmid, BR stands for Bolivar and Rodriguez. This is the name of the scientist in whose laboratory it was developed, and 322 is the strain number. How many base pairs are in the PBR22? 4,363 base pairs are present. And its size is up to the what 10 kb, and it is useful as a cloning vector. The small size prevents breakdown during the purification and enables the plasmid to carry about 6 kb of additional DNA to form a manageable recombinant DNA molecule. The plasmid carries two antibiotic resistant genes, the ampicillin as well as the ampicillin resistant and the tetracycline resistant. And these genes act as a selectable marker sites for the cells carrying plasmid. Each marker gene has a unique restriction site that can be used for cloning. PBR322 are restricted with PST1, PUV1, SCA1, and uh, inactivates the what that is a ampicillin resistant gene. 8 restriction enzyme, notably HIND3, BAMH1, all these inactivate the tetracycline resistant, the numerous restriction sites permitting cloning the DNA fragments with a variety of sticky ends. The high copy number of PBR322 molecules in transform E. coli cells can be amplified with 1000 to 3000 by protein synthesis inhibitors like the chloramphenicol. Means copy number can be as high as 1000 to 3000. And PBR322 originates from 3 plasmid. It is made up of the 3 plasmids. By combining 3 plasmid or by hybriding 3 plasmids, it is prepared that the R1 which contributes the ampicillin resistant gene. Means ampicillin resistant gene, it is derived from the R1 plasmid. Then PSC101 contributes the tetracycline resistant gene, and PMB1 it contributes the origin of replication. So it is derived from the 3 different plasmids, and this the R1 contributes to the ampicillin resistant gene, then the PSC101 it contributes the tetracycline resistant gene, and the PMB1 contributes the origin of replication. Then PBR322 is detected by the fact that its uptake E. coli cells are transformed from ampicillin and tetracycline sensitive condition to the ampicillin. Then this is the genetic map of the plasmid. This is the origin of replication. Then this is the ampicillin resistant site, and this is the tetracycline resistant site. And these resistant sites, these are derived from the what? This ampicillin that is from the R1, and the what tetracycline resistant gene, it is derived from the what PSC101. And all these are the what the antibiotic resistant sites, or the that not antibiotic. These are the restriction endonucleosides, that is the what PST1, PUV1, SCA1, EcoR1, HIND1, BAMH1, then SAL1. All these are the what? This is the side. This part, it is from the ampicillin and the R1 plasmid. This part of the PBR322, it is from the PSC101, and this part that is which contribute the origin of replication it from the what that is a PMB1. And how much number is the what that is a this plasmid contributes? It contributes 4,363 base pairs. So this is regarding the what that is the plasmid, that is a PBR322. These are the what these are the when you have to introduce the what the foreign DNA, you can cut the what this as the what either this here you have cut the what that is the ampicillin resistant gene, and you have added here the foreign DNA, or you can cut also this tetracycline resistant gene, and you can add here the what your desired DNA. Likewise, either or you can break or the cut any of the what that is the antibiotic resistant gene in this PBR 322 for genetic recombinant technology. Then PBR 322, it is widely useful cloning vector. It having the base pair that is a 4361. It having the various type of the what that is the antibiotic that is a what the uh, restriction endonuclease sites, and the what that is a this it having the what that is a antibiotic resistant sites for the what that is the tetracycline and the ampicillin, and it having the origin of replication also, and this it is derived from the what that is a various different that is a this origin of replication, it is from the PMBM, and this is from the what that is RSF2124, and the what PSC101 derived material, that is the what this is the what the tetracycline resistant. Then it is the first versatile plasmid vector developed, and PBR contains the origin of replication ORA, then it gene ROP that helps to regulate the number of copies in the DNA. There are two marker genes, that is what ampicillin resistant gene, and the another one is a tetracycline resistant gene. And PBR322 contains number of unique restriction sites that are useful for constructing recombinant DNA. This is the what the genetic map of the PBR322. This is origin of replication. This is ampicillin resistant site. This is the tetracycline resistant site. This is the ROP gene which regulates the copy number, and these all are the what the restriction endonucleoside. That is what PVU1, PST1, then PVU2, then CLA1, HIND3, then EcoR1, BAMH1, SAL1. Means it having the 8 sites for the restriction endonuclease. It having the two antibiotic resistant genes, that is ampicillin resistant and tetracycline resistant gene. It having the origin of replication, and so this is the it having the origin of replication. It having the selectable marker site, that is ampicillin resistant site and the tetracycline resistant site, and it having the unique restriction site. These are the 8 restrictions. These are the what minimum requirement of the plasmid to be a vector molecule. That is, it must having the origin of replication, it must having selectable marker site, and it must having the what that is a unique restriction site. This is all about the what the vectors that are the plasmid as a vector. Then viruses can be used as a what that is a vector molecule, and these phages or the bacteriophages are specifically infecting the bacteria. These are called as a what bacteriophages, and the lambda phage is utilized as a what that is a vector, and they can carry a large number of molecules. Why? Because the bacteriophage, if you observe the what that is a size of this, it having the what that is a bacteriophage, it replicates by the what that is a, or it completes its life cycle by the two way, that is a what lytic pathway and the lysogenic pathway. In lysogenic pathway, it combines in a what that is a the chromosome of the what that is a host, and in lytic pathway it replicates, and the what that is the lysis of the cell is done, and therefore this is the enzyme, or these are the enzymes which are required or the physiologically important for the virus, and these are not important physiologically for the virus. So you can cut this DNA from the virus, and instead of that you can use the what that is you can introduce the foreign DNA. The protein capsule of lambda has tight constraint on amount of the DNA that will fit inside the 55 kb, and it having the junk DNA. This is the what the junk DNA which is not physiologically important, and only 30 kb is important for the what that is a lytic pathway, and therefore you can remove the what that is a 19 kb of the foreign DNA, and instead of that 19 kb of the what this plasmid DNA, sorry, that is the what lambda DNA or phage DNA, and you can introduce the what that is a foreign DNA here, and it can carry the what that is a much more size of the what that is a DNA than the what that is a plasmid. We have discussed the word earlier in earlier slide how much what that is a molecule it is carrying, or the what is the capacity of the carrying the that is the bacteriophages that can carry the size up to the what the 20 kb. That means we have already discussed the what that is a bacteriophage, that is 9 to 15 kb, or as much as you can transfer the what that is a 25 kb of the DNA, that is by the what with the help of the what the bacteria. So these bacteriophages are utilized as a what that is a vector molecule or as a vector, and specifically this cos site, it is a packaging site, and this cos site is with the what that is a bacteriophage, and so that these bacteriophage are utilized as a vector molecule. And we have to eliminate the what that is a non-essential part of lambda, and can now insert the what the size up to the what that is a 20 kb, or up to the maybe the what up to the 25 kb. And important that it is having the what that is the packaging site cost side, it having the what that is the origin of replication, and the what the here the what you are adding the whatever the gene, that is the what the it can should be, it will show the what that is a here you have to add the what that is a foreign DNA. Then next to that, here this is a lambda phage DNA having the what that is a 45 kilobase pair, and the what that is a this is the yeah, uh, here you have what that is a hybridized the what that is a foreign DNA molecule, and here the insertion of eukaryote DNA into the what the lambda phage packaging of the lambda phage material here. Here you have added the what that is a how much that is a 15 kilobase of the what that is a foreign DNA into the what that is the DNA of the what this lambda phage. So these can be utilized as a what that is a vector and to carry the large molecule. And then next one that is the cosmids. These cosmids are the hybrid vectors. These are nothing but the plasmid, but these cosmids having the what that is a this cos site from the what this is the cos site from the what that is a lambda phage, and this is used for the packaging of DNA in the what viruses. This and these cosmids having the this is the these are nothing but the plasmid, but such a plasmid which are having the what additional cos site or extra cos site means as it is the what you consider the what the vector as it is that is a what the this vector as a that plasmid and the what which having the what that is a cos site, and this additional cos site helps this cosmid to replicate within the what bacterial cell as well as the what the plasma bacterial cell as well as the what that is the viruses, and DNA up to the 33 to 48 kb cloned into restriction site and cosmid packaged into viral particles, and these phages used to infect the E. coli. The cos site is the only requirement for packaging into the phage DNA, and the insert DNA limited by the amount of DNA that can feed into the lambda into the what that is a phage capsule. So what is the importance of this cosmid? Cosmid is nothing but a what that is a hybrid vector which comprises of the all entire the plasmid, but additional thing is a what the cos site, and due to this cos site it can be used uh, where it can replicate within the word bacteria as well as the word viruses, and so that these are and they can having ability to carry the again larger molecule of the what that is the larger foreign DNA up to the what 33 to 48 kb or up to the what that is a 50 kb of the foreign DNA can be what that is transported with the help of these cosmids. The cosmids are hybrids of phages and plasmids that can carry the DNA fragments up to 45 kb or 50 kb. These are the this you can observe the what that is these are the polylinker from the plasmid, then ampicillin resistance site, then origin of replication. All these are the all are these are of the what that is the plasmid molecule. And additional is the what the cos site. Those plasmids which having the cos sites are called as the cosmids, and these can carry the DNA fragment up to the 45 kb. Just we have discussed the plasmid can carry up the size of the foreign DNA up to 10 kb. Then next that is the what the viruses or the bacteriophages can carry the what that is a foreign DNA up to the 25 kb, and the cosmids can carry the what that is a DNA fragments up to 45 kb to 48 kb or 50 kb, and they can replicate like plasmids but can be packaged like a phage lambda, and therefore they can replicate within the what that is a bacteriophage and the viruses. So these are the regarding the what that is a this the plasmid. Then next one is a what the viruses or bacteriophages as a what that is a vectors, and the cosmids as a vectors. Thank you.